Yo, get up in here, y'all. Get up in here. Get up in here. Let's get it shaking. Let's get it shaking on this good Saturday afternoon. You dig? I was about to let me see. So what the fuck? This bitch texting me like this. But get up in here, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know what time it is. The Cash App and the PayPal links are definitely in the chat. The Rumble link and the Patreon links is in the chat just as well. When you go over to Rumble, fellas, download the Rumble app and join KC, the Red Pill Alpha Debunker on Rumble. Go and follow me on Patreon, fellas. Get on that 7-day free trial, which includes the $5 and $10 tier, fellas. Get on that 7-day free trial, which includes the $5 and $10 tier. It gets on that game that you can't get over here on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, fellas. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It's very important for you to do that. It's very important for you to do that. Fair use, enjoy the show. Fair use and enjoy the show just as well. Hold up, fellas. Hold up for 1 second. Hold up. Yeah, Harris, I'm going live for YouTube. All right. All right. No, I'm on my when I get done with this, I'm gonna shoot over there. I'm on my way over there. All right. Yeah. What's good with it? We already know what time it is, like I was saying. Like, share, and subscribe, fellas. Go join me on X, formerly known as Twitter. Get at me to Gmail, RailsFargo12 at gmail.com. That's RailsFargo12 at gmail.com, fellas. Get at me over there. Hold up for 1 second, fellas. Hold up. I had to plug my motherfucking phone up in this charger and shit. But yeah, let's get to it, fellas. Y'all already know what time it is. We're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? To get this game going, get this game rolling. I was supposed to be on here yesterday, but they finally found my truck. The KC Police Department hit my truck hit me up on Thursday night, on around like 10 at night, and let me know that my truck was found and shit. Some homeless motherfucker tried to fucking live in my shit, tried to steal my shit, and motherfucker spray painted my rims red and shit. Spray painted the grill on my shit red. I got to go get all that shit, put some solution on it to clean all that off and get the ignition, the doors, since all this shit under warranty. So I had to get all that shit. It's getting looked at right now at my mechanic shop. Motherfucker stole my Cadillac converter. Now I gotta put either straight pipe or another Cadillac converter on there. These motherfuckers out here are vicious and crooked with it, bro. So I dropped my air tag. Well, I got a Galaxy, so I can't use no Apple air tag. I dropped my tile. They call TILE. You know what I'm saying? I guess they the Galaxy or the Android versions. So I ain't got no Apple, so I couldn't use no Apple AirTag. But it's really the same. Drop that bitch in there, motherfucker, steal that bitch again. Got that tracking device on it, so y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, had to get things together yesterday. Today just as well too. I gotta go over here to this mechanic shop. That's who just called me to go take care of this situation over here to check out this, see what's going on with my truck. But other than that, fellas, we in the building, man. We in here, we kicking this game. You know what I'm saying? Hit the super chat, hit the membership button, y'all, when y'all coming up in here. Let's get this game going. Hold up. I just got a text real quick. Let me see. Let me see. Hold up, fella. That's what's up. Yeah. Let me see, man. Let me see. Get my truck situated. My truck situated. Yeah. Well, let me see, that's what's up. I should be able to watch my shit. Right, but let's get this game going, fellas. Let's get it going. Let's hurry up and get this game going. You know, I got motherfuckers texting me, fucking with me and shit. But let's get this shit going and shit. Hit me up. I gotta hurry up and get this. The number one reason for you to not get back with your ex, fellas. Let's talk about this. Yeah, you know, and this need to be talked about, man. This need to be talked about because there's a lot of guys that used to be in a relationship. They were probably single, or they in another relationship, or they, you know, yeah, they just out doing them. You know, things like that happen, right? Um, there's gonna be times where you're gonna run across your ex, whether you see her in traffic. You may see her at the store. You may see her in the shopping center. You may be going out to eat, go grab your bite to eat. You might see the bitch there. I mean, you may see your ex anywhere. Once you're done, you know, with the situation, the relationship has been dissolved. You know, it's a chance. You know, that's if she ain't moved out of state, things of that sort. You know, even if she's married or had other children or she's got other things going, you will still see your ex. It doesn't mean nothing, right? They're there. Let's just get that out the way. Now, most men, the majority of men, like 80, like I'm gonna say like 95 to 98%. I'm gonna leave another 2% out there. You know, we're gonna leave about 1 or 2% out there, men that probably don't do that shit. And there are men like that. This is a big world. You know, I can't just include everybody. I got to exclude some, you know. Now, the majority of the men, like 97 to 98% of the men, will try to rekindle something with their ex, especially if the sex was on point. And she could have been a person that cheated. She could have been a person that was very disrespectful, was very rude to your finances, was rude to you in certain ways. She didn't care. She showed ill intent, you know, behavior was all the way off guard. Like he was like, I can't fuck with this shit. She could have dumped you. Or she could have done some shit that went against the relationship, cheated on you, or you know, anything, you know, foul that went against the relationship, and you was like, oh fuck that shit, I'm dumping her. So these things can go either way, right? But when that sexual chemistry is there, that's what can't you can escape, but you can't escape, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm about to break it down. Because most men, they can get with other women. They can get out here and get on the prowl of fucking with other women and you know, having things going in life, you know, to where they can have met certain chicks to give the best head, you know, got the best fucking, you know, the fuck game is, I mean, splendid. I mean, it's splendid. I mean, this motherfucker's out there. It's like it's 100%, right? But that one thing you can't escape, or that one thing you just can't get over that hump on, is the chemistry you and your ex had, or you may think that you had, or you may think that you may can rekindle in the future, you know. But most men will tap that button and try to get back with their ex, even if it's in a sexual way. And things typically don't go right, and it won't go right simply because you guys had a history with one another. You guys know one another to an extent. You know, she may not know you fully, but you know, she know enough about you. You know enough about her, right? And that alone, right there, can spark that certain chemistry to bring you guys together and connect to one another in a realm to where it'll be more easier for these things to transpire. You'll see it like, okay, it's easier for these things to transpire, but at the same time, it's not the same as it used to be, especially if you tap into that realm of getting back with her and y'all start communicating and y'all start being on that y'all start communicating, trying to rekindle something, and and you could be gone, you could have other women, or you could be in a relationship, but you'll still think that, okay, I can have her here on the side since I know her and I've been fucking with her, and this is somewhat easy for me to get with or make happen. But you don't understand and you don't know, and a lot of guys don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to that, to the fact that you broke up with her for a reason. You guys dissolved for a reason. There was a reason there, and it had to be a major reason for you guys not to be a part of each other anymore. That got to be taken in consideration. That got to be taken as serious. That got to be paid attention to, and that must not, be pushed off to the side, fellas. All those things are very important. And a lot of cases, when you getting back with your ex, or if you try to rekindle with your ex, you can't expect nothing new out of her. Don't expect nothing new from her. And to be honest with you, fellas, she's not going to see the new you. Only person that's going to see the new you and know the new you is those who coming across the new you. Now, that's for the new women that's in your life. It's more suitable for them than your ex, fellas, because your ex know you. If you had weaknesses with your ex, if you was a insecure guy with your ex, if you were jealous with your ex, if you beef with your ex, y'all argued a lot, y'all just was always at each other's neck, or whatever the case may be, she know these things about you. She knows that and it could have changed. You could have taken a few years of off and went on with your life and developed a sense of experiences from certain women and certain things in life, to where you may see things totally different than when you seen it with your ex, when you was with her. And in your heart that what's real. You may have absorbed game. You may have became game fluid to where you're different now. The way you think, the way you move and act is totally different from how you used to be. But she won't know that about you. She'll never, and even you can try to display that to her. She's not going to take it in that this is the new you. She's not going to be willing to accept this is the new you, because she know you from who you were. So a lot of the sincerity, the cooperation, the submissiveness, and all these things that you wanted from her, you will never get from her. Only person that will get those things from her is someone new coming in her life that never had a past history with her. Understand these things, fellas. You must know that. You're going to get treated the same way, if not worse, simply because you're back with her, or you're back on the board talking to her, communicating with her, and things of that sort. Not to say that she couldn't see you in a different light. That's there. Yeah, she can see you in a different light. It's there. But what takes her to see you in a different light, fellas, is if you sincerely, truly have changed and not be and that's if you were that weak guy when you were around her, and you was that butthurt type guy. Now that you been away from her, and you strengthen up, and you strong now, and you learn some, game. You learn to love yourself, to engulf into yourself, and you learn that you're more relevant than anything else, because you put yourself on the front line first. You put yourself first. She could see that in you, but the only way she could see that in you and acknowledge that in you and be like, okay, he's a different person, I could fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? It's when she throw her tests out, because you guys are going to cross each other. You might exchange each other's number, and you guys may, start communicating, but she's going to start revealing the tests that she revealed from the jump when you guys was together that you never paid attention to. Those tests that she was throwing, those big red flags, or those tests that you would just ignored, or you failed that, you failed those tests. So she's going to throw those same tests out, because she know what she knows. She don't know anything other than what she knows, and that's what it is. But you must understand, that's how she's treating you. That's not how she's treating the next person. So she's gonna throw tests out. She's gonna act as if she's not a booty call and she don't want to just link up to have sex, and she want to rekindle things and she want to make things happen. She's gonna try to talk about things you guys used to dwell in together, whether it was her family, your children, her children, things that y'all used to know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you guys actually was involved in together, she's gonna try to rekindle those things, and all she's trying to do is rekindle what y'all had, and she knows that it can never be rekindled. Things got to be started over from the jump. She got to start her ass from the bottom of the barrel. The bitch knows that shit. She knows that. But she's not going to come at you like that simply because she had you before y'all had one another. So she feel like you know her enough to trust her enough to jump back into a relationship if she was to want this thing from you. And she would try to come like that, fellas. She'd try to come as if it's nothing but that, because that's what she know of you. Y'all had that relationship. Y'all wasn't on no fuck buddy status like the dude she's probably with now, or a dude she could have been having in the past when she was with you. And, you know, them kind of guys can drop off and come back, drop off and come back, drop off and come back, because nothing never was exclusive with them. There's no connection with them besides sex. They led with sex and sexual chemistry. You led with romance and relationships. So you're not going to be seen the same way as those guys will be seen. Trust me, those guys are in her life. Just like you have came back into her life. She got those other guys just as well. And what she'd do is act as if she's not too urgent or thirsty or needy to get with you like that. She would try to get you to show and prove that you will want her, you know? So the calls, you would try to call, or you would try to text, you try to do certain things, and you won't completely get in like that. And you like, hold up, this bitch hit me up. She got back with me, or she seen me in traffic and jumped my bone, jumped down on me, like as if this bitch wanted to be, what the fuck? Now that we exchange numbers, or I've been having her number, or she could have been having the same number, you know, you had the same number. So you guys know each other's number. That's there too. So you'll be like, hold up, why is this not working out in that realm that I would want to work out in? Why I ain't got this bitch over here with her legs up in the air? You know what I'm saying? Getting it in like I had the rest of these bitches over here. Why she's not following suit like the rest of these bitches? And she's not following suit like the rest of these chicks, fellas, or these newer chicks that you're dealing with, is because simply she's someone of your past. She knows you. She's not going to follow suit with you like that, like she'd do a guy who she just met and he comes off leading with that sexual chemistry. You get what I'm saying? And if she's into him, she's going to make that happen with him in that sexual fashion. But she's not going to see you like that. She'll take her time with you, spin you, gaslight you, play games, and do all that type of shit before she ever was to lay down and sleep with you. She's going to try to make it as if sleeping with her is more pleasurable, it's more special, and you're getting a better deal out the situation. She's getting a better deal out the situation by just allowing you to be in her presence. Don't you let no bitch run you like that. I don't give a fuck if she was your ex, a future chick, or whatever chick you run across, fellas. They will try to put that shit on you just as well. But you must understand, you are one entity that she's have dealt with in her past. You displayed, you had your chances, and your chances only one time, fellas. That's why your first impression should be your best impression when you come off. It should be your most dominant and sincere impression, where she knows where you stand and what you in it for. Now, if you just want sex and you just now meeting the chick, fellas, you must let that be known. This is where I stand and this is what I'm in it for. You know, now if we progress from there, you got to do some displaying, because I know you're going to want to progress from there. So you got to do some displaying on why I should take you in and bring you, you know, take you serious and whatnot. Now, fellas, if you never came off like that, then she's going to always remember you as the way you came off, because that's what it is with you as that individual, not the other guy. Don't be in no comparison shit like, okay, she's like this with all men. This bitch is crazy. She's fucked up. She's playing games. But no, she's not crazy and fucked up. She's not playing games with every man. She's doing that with you because you had her before. Y'all had a relationship before. You know, it's not gonna jump down, and it could jump down as fast, but she will have to be in that desperate type moment. And women get desperate, fellas. They get needy, you know what I'm saying, when they need a motherfucker there to take them serious and things of that sort. Now, if she's in that phase at the time that you rekindle or caught up with her or end up seeing her out and whatever, if she's in that phase of where she's desperate and shit, then yeah, shit will happen quick. It will happen quick because she know who you are. She know that she can rekindle the sex and the chemistry you guys had, and these things will get back on point like it was. No matter if she'd have cheated, if you cheated, if she was fucked up in a relationship or you was fucked up, it just went sour, it went left, and something went wrong. It don't matter. You guys would be back on some rekindling shit. But those are intentions, you know what I'm saying, that's not sincere. Is you wanting her back for what you want her back for. And you know, your intentions is sexual. You may have sexual chemistry with it. You may miss the pussy. You may miss how she throw that motherfucker back, how she suck you up and moan or whatever, how she do what she do in the bed. You may miss that. So you want to rekindle that, but she want to rekindle you being that beta again. Spending money, spending all your time and energy with her. You know what I'm saying? Giving her the leeway to do things, you know, then just being that person that you used to be. So both of y'all in here with ill intentions, which is gonna sour it right back out. Shit's gonna go worse than what it was in the beginning. From when you guys first broke up. That's why it's never best to rekindle or get back with an ex, fellas. The only way you will get back with an ex, and I can see myself if I was to go out that way, fellas, is if she's on a cooperation campaign. If she's on board with I'm laying out there and she's actually devoted and dedicated to making that shit happen because she wants to be in my life. My presence is more valuable and worthy, self-worthy to her. That's the only way she can come back. Other than that, it's strictly for sex and that's it. It's no rekindling. It's no getting back on. No, that's the only way. We like Motel 6, baby. Remember that commercial? We'll leave the light on for you. Oh, we got no problem with that. The door is wide open with the light on. You can wash your ass right back over here. Just to fuck. And that's it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's why you should never get back with your ex, fellas, unless you got your planning set all the way in stone for what she needs to follow. Other than that, fellas, if you're just going off what you used to miss, what your chemistry lies in, and what you had with her before, and what you should rekindle, then you're gonna fail with it. It wouldn't be no use to even fucking with her again. Don't even talk to her. Let her go. Let the bitch go on somewhere. Real shit. Because you're here to better yourself. You've been bettering yourself. You in that realm of bettering yourself. You've been moved on with life. You got things going, and things could be going great for you with other women. So that right there should show you. But you must remember, you could call it God, you could call it whatever. You know, I don't, you know, I'm a spiritual person, but everybody believes in what they believe in religiously. You can look at it as it's the universe playing on you, playing on your mind, or what. All those things could be there, but you will get tested by the universe. You will see the bitch again a couple times, especially if y'all dwell in the same city. If she haven't moved on and moved all out and about, and or she's out another state, another, you know, wherever she probably moved on or whatever. If that ain't the case, fellas, you're gonna see her again. And those are your tests. Your test is always gonna be as strong as the teacher giving the test. And that's real shit. The teacher giving the test is the universe. So you know the test's gonna be strong. It's gonna test and see if you're willing. I mean, if you're really that man who can move on, if you're really that man who can push forward. And you may see the chick. Ain't nothing wrong with speaking. Ain't nothing wrong with exchanging numbers. Nothing's wrong with that. But can you stand ground and allow yourself to move forward without her dictating and controlling the way you're going to move like she did before when you was that fucking beta? The test is on, fellas. We will all get tested, but are we equipped enough to pass this test? Did we do our homework? You know, did we grounded in the studying field? You know what I'm saying? To actually making things happen. And the studying field, fellas, is you experiencing what you experienced with her. You learning from that and you moving forward. Now you receiving different things from women, different cooperation, different submissiveness. Bitches is being sincere. They straight up honest, upfront, direct. You getting things that you never could get out of your ex that you had, that you thought you had with her. These things you getting now. So you're not appreciative of what you're getting? We want to ask ourselves these things as men, fellas. We're not appreciative of moving forward. We don't congratulate ourselves. We don't pat ourselves on the back. You know what I'm saying? We don't pop champagne for us actually stepping out, moving forward, and progressing with the game. So we gonna what? Go backwards? Yes, the test's gonna be there. You're gonna see the bitch. Y'all in the same city. It's gonna be there. You know, the sexual chemistry, all that shit's gonna pop up. It's gonna touch your urges. You're gonna be like, damn, man, I miss that ass. I remember I used to have that motherfucker. I remember I used to do this and do that, you know, and fellas, that's just physical lust, physical desires, physical things that you feel like you want and need to satisfy you at that time and moment. Doesn't mean that you need it, doesn't mean that it's good for you. It can be all the way bad, fellas. It's no different from choosing a healthy snack over a delicious, luscious, gorgeous piece of red velvet cake. You know what I'm saying? That you know is so sweet and so good. You know what I'm saying? You want this motherfucker. You had it before, you taste it, you know how it is. Even though it ain't healthy for you, even though it ain't right. You know, you'd have been to the doctor behind fucking with this shit. You know, your cholesterol's when your arteries are clogged. You'd have been getting it in. So you like, this ain't good for me. I'd have stepped away from it. I'm in my health field. I'm exercising. I'm in my health bag. I'm getting my body right. I'm getting my mind right. Now I'm eating these healthy snacks. But I see this red velvet. I walk back over. I see this red velvet cake in the window. I ain't seen that motherfucker in the window in about 2-3 years. Now they put it back out here for advertisement. They put this motherfucker out here for marketing. They bringing people back into this cake house and the motherfucker 2 blocks away from the gym, next door to the gym. You like, damn, the fuck? Huh. You step back in that motherfucker, now you going backwards on what you done, and now you can fuck yourself up even worse. Remember, you stepped away from this. You have reformed your body into eating healthy snacks, into being, eating fruits, vegetables, and, plenishing and nourishing your body in the right way. You're exercising. Now you stepping back to this could give you a sugar rush, could clog your arteries even more. It can do all type of shit to actually throw you off, fuck you up. Even though it was good for you at the time. But it's bad for you now because you learned what's not good for you and what's good for you. You learned these things. It's no different, fellas. It's the same shit. You must look at it like that. If I'm using that analogy right, fellas, you got to look at it like that. Because if you don't look at it like that, fellas, you're going to bring that same old habit back into your life and it's going to destroy you. The only way it can make best use of you, her, and the situationship, fellas, is if she's on board with your fucking programming and the planning. You got to have your plans together. You got to know what you want to do with the bitch. If you don't know what you want to do with her, and if she's not following suit with what you want to do with her, fellas, then why waste your time around her or with her? Don't reach out. Don't say nothing. Keep pushing. It's just that simple. Because if you ain't got nothing set up, fellas, you're going to set yourself up to fail in the situation. It's going to be the same old shit over again. You're going to rekindle, not only rekindle the sex, you're going to rekindle your jealousy. You're going to rekindle your your jealousy. You're going to rekindle the animosity you guys used to have. You're going to rekindle everything that was there before that you escaped, got rid of, threw off. You learned what it was, and you said, fuck it, I ain't fucking with it no more. I know what it is. But you're going to rekindle all that going back to that person. And the reason why you're going to rekindle all that, fellas, because you got to remember, you're on a pathway to changing yourself. This person is the same. So by this person, and that person could have changed just as well. I doubt it. But that person could have changed just as well, fellas. But typically that person is the same. And we talking about your ex, and women can come over here and look at this and gravitate to it because it can be considered as, more of a unisex thing, unisex thing. A woman can listen and learn, you know, with their ex men that they used to deal with, things of that fashion. You know, we all human beings, you know, and that motherfucker may not have learned nothing. You may have changed as a woman, and that dude may not have changed. You know, he may be still on some loser, bum ass, insecure. Ain't no telling what kind of shit he on, you know. So it can go both ways, but I'm speaking to the men, so we're gonna speak to the men. You know, a lot of times, fellas, the majority of the time, these women, no, they're not changed. They're gonna be who they are. You know, especially for you and your type, your kind, whoever you are, that's who she is for you. She morphed into you. She know who you are. She can come to you for certain things, especially if you was given, if you gave money, whatever you was given, you know. Whatever you was given to, you know, dudes give shit, you know, in the relationship, they give money, they, you know, they supply the alcohol, they supply the smoke, they do all that shit. And if you rekindle it, all that shit's gonna come right back. Ain't nothing gonna change. She's gonna morph into what you were and what she knew you were, who knew you as then. It's not gonna be nothing else, fellas. Trust me. Yeah. There's not gonna be nothing else. So you fellas must understand these things, that trying to rekindle with your ex, trying to get back with her, it's not the best choice that you can ever make. I promise you it's not. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all hit the super chat, hit the membership button just as well. You know, go follow me on all the platforms and whatever. You see the banner at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? KC the Red Pill Alpha Debunker on Rumble. KC the Red Pill Alpha Debunker on Rumble. When you download the Rumble app, you know what it is. Go and follow me. Get at me that Patreon. The Cash App and the PayPal links are up there just as well. Fuck with me, fellas. You know. Just know, fellas, it's not going to be in your best interest. And the reason why it's not going to be in your best interest, fellas, because it don't supposed to be in your best interest. It wasn't for you anyway. You know, when shit don't work out to his best abilities for the man, and the man's the leader, especially if the man is misleading, he's misguiding, you know, he's misdirecting his bitch, you know, it's not going to work. It don't supposed to work out for you, fellas, until you learn the game. Once you learn the game, fellas, then everything's going to start working out in this perspective for you. Everything's going to fall right in place for you. Trust me, it's going to fall in place for you once you learn the game. If you don't learn that game, man, it's going to go against you. And it's supposed to. You know, once I start developing the sense of change, fellas, then I start understanding why things are supposed to happen. The negative shit, I mean. And the reason why these things are supposed to happen, the reason why you're supposed to go out like a beta, the reason why you're supposed to allow, you know, not allow, but, you know, the reason why it's like, I mean, it's actually good for women to run their game and things of that nature. The reason why it's supposed to be set up like that, fellas, is for you to learn so you can go forward. Because you got a life to live. You trust me, the chick you dealing with or you dealt with in your past is that one chick. You're gonna have tons of women going forward that you're gonna have to deal with in life. But this one chick is maybe that chick that you may have to learn off of to understand what's going on. Or it could be multiple chicks you may have to learn. You know, you may have to go through not a lifetime, but, you know, certain experiences in your life for you to learn going forward. So if you're learning these things going forward, and you step backwards, knowing that it's a chance this shit may not be good for you when you used to shit being good for you going forward, then you lining yourself up for the snake pit. That's just real game, man. And not only that, fellas, the game God, I believe it's the game God, you know, God, or whatever. It's the game God will remove the game from you for a little bit and allow you to walk through the shit blind. And when you walk through it blind, you're gonna get yourself caught back up in your feelings. You're gonna be attached to the bitch again. It's gonna be way worse than what it was. You know what I'm saying? Simply because you learned and you learning and you already learned, you know what it is, but you allow your lustful demons to overpower you. And when you allow that lust to overpower you, then it's a wrap. I'm telling you, she's gonna get you, man. And she's supposed to get you. You know, that's why it's not best to go back, fellas, unless she's following suit and she's willing to be G for what you got going on, man, and what you put out there. Other than that, fellas, if it's just communication, or it may be some sex there, or you know, it may be hopes of something being there, fellas, and ain't none of that shit real. Let it go. Kick it to the curb, man. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. And continue on your journey to change. You know, be the best person. You know what they say, be the best version. I don't want to say that shit because they use it too loosely. But you want to be who you are at your best. You know what I'm saying? What's set out for you to be. And you want to attack all those goals, you know, before you check off this earth. That's real shit. And, you know, you don't want to be the dude that's going backwards and looking in your rear view thinking that everything is glorious back there. No, it's not. It's going to be bad for you. And that's real game, man. Once again, man, shouts out to everybody that came through and scanned through, you know, watched the video or whatnot. I didn't get nobody up in here, but that's cool. I'm here to do my gig, and my gig is to spit this game, you know what I'm saying, to try to motivate the brains of the young men out here and some older men, you know, whoever want to gravitate to it. That's my game. And much love for everybody for coming through and fucking with me, man. Shouts out to Jerome Castro. They appreciate the live, bro. Real shit, because this needed to be talked about. You know, I get a lot of these young men talking about, I seen my ex bitch, man. And, you know, she texting me and shit, man. And it's bringing back those feelings. You mean? Feelings, nigga, that's some female shit. You ain't bringing them, fuck them feelings, nigga. You know, you got to think about what's logical and what's real. Let your woman or let that bitch think about them feelings. You don't think about feelings. You got to understand what's logical and what's real, what was then and what's now. You know what I'm saying? And that's reality, fellas. You know, if it wasn't right for you then, it's not going to be right for you now. Trust me. The only way it can be right for you is if she got to actually prove, she got to actually show and prove and display her attributes to your shit. Other than that, fellas, she's not down. Let it go. Trust me, if she's not displaying and showing and prove and trying to, you know, become that actual, you know, that actual benefit to your programming, fellas, then that's cool to go and try to talk to your ex again and try to see what's jumping and get things, you know what I'm saying? Because it was something could have been missing there. And then what more than likely, fellas, what was missing at the beginning was you not knowing how to lead properly. That's it. You know, a woman's going to be a woman, so we're not blaming them. It's us as men, as the leaders. You got to learn how to lead properly. That's what was missing. You know, and if that get rekindled and everything get cool and she's on board for that, then you good. Typically, they ain't going to be on board, fellas, simply because they know who you were. And they may change, they may show difference, and they may show some sincerity and all that shit to the new man that they run across because they don't know him and they trying to show and prove to him. You know what I'm saying? That they this good girl, they just, you know, this woman that's very submissive and down to following and, you know, very cooperative. They trying to show and prove that to that new guy. They're not going to try to show and prove that to you and y'all had that before and you fucked up and you misled. Once you misled, fellas, trust me, she's going to always view you in that light as a simp, as a beta, whatever you were, then you're going to always be that way now to her. Unless she's trying to display something different. If she's not trying to display something different, fellas, that's who you are to her. She can gaslight you and tell you, I'm going to come over to your place. I want to hook up with you. We can go out and meet and this and that. It's going to be bullshit. And she may come over to the place. You may go out and meet. You may do certain things, but you must understand there's two ways to it. Either she's in her desperate phase and she's needing you to take her serious, and she will open up herself for that. She will come through, have sex. She will do all those things for that. She will give herself for that. Real shit. Or otherwise, fellas, you know, it's only, as I said, it's only two ways. You know what I'm saying? If she's desperate and needy for the situation, or if she look at it like, okay, I can rekindle his beta, you know, his beta form and his beta mind frame and bring him back in and be on some beta shit where I go and do my thing with these alphas, you know, and I ain't never changed. Fuck this motherfucker. She can do it like that too. You know? So it's how she looks at it, fellas, and how she views actually coming back into your life. But you must remember it's at the cost of her attentions and whatever attention may be, whether it's good to come back and be submissive, to you. That's good intentions, or it can be a bad intention on coming back to treat you like a beta that you know that you used to be back then. You know, and will she give up the sex for that? Yeah, she'll give up the sex to keep a beta in her life and to have that beta on the side. You goddamn right she'll give him that sex. He ain't gonna get the best. You know, he ain't gonna get it when he want to, but she'll sprinkle a little something on him, you know. But if she see that you're not a beta or you're not a gopher, you're not the guy that you used to be texting, calling, and checking up on her and all that old bullshit. If you're not that kind of guy no more, then she'll be skeptical and she'll be leery on actually coming back at you. And you could have seen her in traffic, you could exchange numbers and all, and she could have been happy seeing you, but she'll be skeptical and leery because she can't get her shit off with you like she used to. A lot of those things are there, fellas. Everything needs to be paid attention to, and you must close out every fucking end of every corner, fellas. I'm telling you. Let me see. Jerome Castro, I had a mindset yesterday at work that I'm going to let the female try and press me because I'm the catch. And just from the mindset, they were really going out their way for me. I be testing shit out. That's how you do it, Jerome. That's how you do. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You got to test her. You get put to the test. Nothing's wrong with the test, fella, so you know it's real. You know what I'm saying? You don't want bring any fake motherfucker in simply because what they saying out their mouth. You want to know it's real. And the only way you'll know it's real is simply throwing the test out, seeing they down to follow your shit. If they not down to follow, then it's not real. It's going to be some bullshit. Trust me. There's no other way around it. And shouts out to Jerome Castro because that's real game. You know? That's real game. You know what it is. Yeah. But I'm about to get up out of this motherfucker, man. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Shouts out to Jerome Castro and everybody for coming through. Remember to hit that super chat membership button. Remember to hit that Patreon. Hit that Rumble, KC the Red Pill Alpha Debunker on Rumble when you download the Rumble app. And get at me in the Cash App, and you already know what it is. The PayPal link, fellas. All those links are up there. The banner's at the bottom. There's no way you can miss me, man. My number's in the description below the About section. Text me first, and we're going to get it popping, man. Holla at me. Video topics, consultations, whatever it is. And get at me in the Gmail just as well. RailsFargo12@gmail.com. Salute, and until next time, holla.